So let's just get right into it. What if I told you that your cat has a secret set of rules they expect you to follow, and that every single day you might be breaking them, and you don't even know you're doing it?
It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer is way more complicated than you might think. Because your cat isn't just looking for food and a comfy spot on the couch. Nope. They're watching you, and they're waiting to see if you actually understand their world.
It's absolutely true. Cats operate on this silent, unspoken rulebook. It's packed with instincts and social cues that go so far beyond just meowing when they're hungry. It's like their personal constitution, and, well, they kind of expect you to have read it.
Yeah, pretty much every little thing you do is a test. And here's the kicker. If you keep failing, your cat's not going to sit you down and tell you about it. They'll just quietly start to trust you a little less. So let's learn the rules, shall we?
First up, the rules of affection. And we're going to start with something almost every single cat owner gets wrong: simple eye contact.
So you're gazing into their gorgeous eyes, thinking, oh, we're having a moment. But in your cat's head, a totally different, and honestly, a much more threatening conversation is happening.
And look, this isn't just some quirky opinion. It is hardwired into their DNA. Out in the wild, a long, unbroken stare is a straight-up challenge. It's what happens right before a fight breaks out. So when you do it, you're basically being aggressive without even opening your mouth. So the trick is to speak their language. And the slow blink? That's the secret handshake. It's how you signal that you're not a threat. It's pretty much the ultimate I love you in the feline world. And you're going to want to stick around, because where your cat decides to sleep at night, well, that's their final report card on how you're doing with all these rules. And I'm telling you, the answer might actually surprise you. All right, let's move on to the next rule. We've all been there, right? Your cat is purring, everything's great, and then bam, out of nowhere, they bite you. What is that all about? The reason is just a classic misunderstanding. You think you're showering them with endless affection, but what's really happening is you've crossed a line. You've overloaded their senses, and what started as feeling good has turned into something intensely irritating. It's not your cat just being moody. It's a real biological reaction. It even has a name: petting-induced aggression. Think about it like this. If someone rubbed the exact same spot on your arm over and over and over again, at first it's fine. Then it gets a little annoying. Then it becomes totally unbearable. That's what's happening to them. But here's the good news. They almost always warn you before the bite comes. You just have to know what to look for. And trust me, the signs come quick. First, you'll see that tail start to twitch, or maybe even thump a little. That's warning number one. Next, you might see their ears flatten just a bit or turn to the side. That's your cat saying, okay, dude, I'm getting annoyed now. And finally, you might see the skin on their backs start to ripple. If you see that, stop. Just stop petting immediately. You've broken the rule. Okay, so we've got affection down, but to really get your cat, we have to talk about something that's even more important to them than a good chin scratch: territory and safety. This is everything to them. It's the whole foundation of their world. You know that old cardboard box or that ratty blanket your cat absolutely loves? To you, it's junk. It's clutter. But to your cat, it is a critical piece of their territory. It's marked with their scent, which basically says, this spot is mine and it is safe. So when you throw it out, you're not just cleaning up, you are literally destroying their safe space and causing a ton of stress. And that same instinct applies to mealtime. In the wild, eating is when an animal is at its most vulnerable. So standing over them, talking to them, even just having their food bowl too close to another cat's bowl, all of that creates stress. And that stress can lead to real issues like vomiting or them getting protective over their food. The number one rule here is simple: just give them some space. Now, this next rule is so easy to miss, but it is absolutely vital for your bond with your cat. It's the simple act of saying hello. When you walk in the door and your cat comes to greet you, that is not random. That is a deliberate social ritual, and they take it very seriously. When you just walk past them, lost in thought about your day, you're not just ignoring them. You are breaking a social contract. And if you do it enough, eventually they'll just stop trying. So, we've covered staring, petting, territory, greetings, which brings us to the moment of truth: your cat's final verdict on you. After hearing all of this, how do you think you're doing? Are you passing the test? Well, the cool thing is, you don't actually have to guess. Your cat gives you a report card every single night. Okay, here's how to read their report.
If your cat sleeps on your chest or even on your face, that's it. That's complete trust. You passed with flying colors. If they sleep at the foot of the bed, that shows a lot of trust, but they also want a quick and easy escape route, just in case. It's a work in progress. And if they're always sleeping in another room, it doesn't mean they don't love you, but it is a sign that something is making them feel uncertain. You're probably breaking one of the rules we talked about. But here's the beautiful part. None of this is set in stone. You can start earning back that trust today, right now. Master the slow blink, respect their space when they're eating, and just take 3 seconds to acknowledge them when you walk in the door. These tiny little changes make a huge, huge difference in their world. The biggest thing to take away from all this is that your cat is always communicating with you, all the time, just maybe not in a language you were taught. But now that you know some of the rules, what are you going to start looking for? What is your cat trying to tell you?